My name is Justin Kuhn. I'm the manager of the Solid Waste Permitting and Monitoring section at DHEC. We're here to discuss the public hearing for the proposed ArborNature transfer station. The topics for this presentation include general information about the site. We're also going to talk about updates and proposed permit conditions. We're going to talk about what a transfer station is, the acceptable and unacceptable waste. We're going to look at the buffer requirements and the design criteria, and we're going to talk about the permitting process and the next steps going forward. So the general information about this project: ArborNature LLC is the applicant. Again, we're here to discuss the transfer station application that we have received and have been reviewing. This project is located at 26 Summit Drive on Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. The site is approximately 4 acres. They're proposing to store up to 240 tons of construction and demolition, or C&D, debris. The transfer station has been granted approval by the town of Hilton Head through their zoning department. Okay, so the updates that you are seeing right now, throughout the permitting process, DHEC has received many comments and questions from community members who are interested in this proposed project. In response to the additional information provided through your comments and questions, DHEC is sharing several updates concerning the project, as well as proposed permit conditions that may be added to the permit if it is issued. DHEC is still evaluating information and will consider all comments received throughout the public hearing and the end of the comment period before making a final decision regarding the application. With that said, on September the 30th, DHEC management from the Bureau of Land and Waste Management, Bureau of Water, Ocean and Coastal Resource Management, the region, and the Environmental Affairs team met with the applicant on site to discuss concerns and walk the property and the adjacent areas. Additional information that DHEC has received includes drawings from the town of Hilton Head showing that the feature behind the site is man-made and was modified as part of a drainage improvement project for the airport in 2004. DHEC has determined, based on those plans and the site visit, that the feature is a drainage ditch. However, the applicant has also chosen to move the operational area in order to provide a 200-foot buffer to that drainage ditch. This will also provide additional environmental protection. This slide is showing the updated location of the proposed operating area. As you can see here in red is the previous location of the proposed operating area. The area highlighted in purple is the new location of the proposed operating area. The dashed blue line indicates the 100-foot buffer to a property line. Additional updates include the town of Hilton Head has also provided the FEMA firm maps that are currently being updated for Hilton Head Island. Those maps will be published in March of 2021, and the new maps indicate that the parcel is no longer located in the 100-year floodplain. These maps have also been updated to our public notice webpage. The applicant has submitted a hurricane contingency plan to remove waste if a hurricane warning is issued. As part of modifying the site plan, an updated coastal zone consistency determination is required. This process includes coordination with the Department of Natural Resources, which would identify the need for additional permit conditions related to bald eagle nesting sites. An updated application will be posted online at www.scdhec.gov/ArborNature once it is received. Updates on the permits. So again, They're working through their construction stormwater permit. It's currently under review based on the new site layout, as is the coastal zone consistency determination. In addition, the transfer station application and composting application are also being reviewed. Proposed permit conditions. The department is proposing to add the following conditions to the draft permit. Due to the airport being in close proximity to the facility, dead animals are not allowed at the facility. Should a dead animal be found in the waste, it shall be removed from the operational area immediately and shall be stored in a manner to promote vector and odor control and removed from the facility within 24 hours and taken to an appropriate solid waste management facility. If the facility identifies putrescible waste, it shall be removed from the operational area immediately and shall be stored in a manner to promote vector and odor control and removed from the facility within 24 hours and taken to an appropriate solid waste management facility. Additional permit conditions are based on the approved waste stream. An enclosed building is not required unless the permittee consistently fails to remove waste within 1 week of its receipt. No material may be stored on the ground outside of the operational area except that material which is covered under the composting permit and subject to that regulation, which is regulation 61-107.4. If an evacuation of Hilton Head Island is issued, all waste and recyclable materials must be removed from the site and taken to an appropriate solid waste management or recycling facility. Recyclable materials may be stored at the site for longer than 1 week, as long as they have been separated from other waste and stored in a bin to be transported to an appropriate facility. This material would also count as part of the 240-ton maximum storage limit at the site. I'm on slide 10. What is a transfer station? It's a place where solid waste is taken from collection vehicles and placed in other transportation units for movement to another solid waste management facility. We typically think of these as small trucks come in and large trucks go out, and part of that is to reduce the amount of traffic on the roads. Some material may be recycled at the facility. All right, so let's look at some of the acceptable waste. Waste that can be taken to this facility includes those listed in Appendix 1 of Regulation 61-107.19. That includes, but is not limited to, asphalt, concrete, bricks, C&D debris, and land clearing debris. It also includes box springs and mattresses, glass, shingles, asbestos, and lead-based paint. Again, one thing that's changed on this is, as you can see, animal carcasses are no longer listed on this sheet. We are adding a permit condition as requested by the airport to remove that waste stream from the facility. Unacceptable waste. Those items are listed in Appendix 2 of Regulation 61-107.19. Those include, but are not limited to, items containing polychlorinated biphenyls, or PCBs, petroleum contaminated waste, sludges. Other unacceptable waste are infectious waste, hazardous waste, and municipal solid waste, or household trash, MSW. I'm on slide 13. The buffer requirements for this facility. The operating area is required to be a minimum of 100 feet from a property line, 200 feet from any surface water, excluding drainage ditches and sedimentation ponds, It's also required to be 200 feet from residences, schools, hospitals, or recreational park areas. 100 feet from any drinking water well. It shall also not be located in a wetland. And whenever possible, transfer stations shall not be constructed in a 100-year floodplain. There are no buffer requirements for an airport. So let's look at the map. Again, we're showing the new proposed operational area in purple in this area here. The dashed blue line is the 100-foot buffer that's required to a property line. This kind of dark orange, this is the access drive for the facility. The lighter orange is the property line for the facility. The dashed green line in the top right corner is the drainage ditch. To the south, the dark blue line indicates the wetland boundary. The blue line located on site is the infiltration basin. And then the dashed purple line here indicates the new 200-foot buffer that's required for surface waters and for residences. And as you can see, the drainage ditch is now outside of that 200-foot buffer to the operating area. So moving forward, we're on slide 15, the design criteria. Again, they have to have proper on-site roads. They have to have access control either through a gate, a fence, or a berm. They have to have signage, an agreement with the fire department, and a low permeability pad. Due to the nature of the waste stream, the following design requirements or criteria may not be required. A water supply for cleaning the pad and equipped with drains or pumps, an enclosed building, and an exhaust removal system. The permitting process. On March the 4th of 2020, we received the technical application. On June the 10th, we noticed the draft permit. On August the 18th of 2020, we noticed that we would be holding a public meeting and a public hearing by publishing an ad in the Island Packet. On September the 10th, we held our first public meeting. On September the 24th, we held our second public meeting. On October the 22nd of 2020, we will be holding the public hearing. And then the comment period we've extended so that it now closes on November the 5th of 2020. All comments should be submitted, again, no later than November the 5th of 2020. I'm now on slide 18, the next steps going forward. Again, DHEC will review all comments that we have received. This includes all the emails that we've received throughout the permitting process, the comments made during the public meetings, the comments that are being made as part of the public hearing, and any comments that we receive through the end of the comment period on November the 5th. DHEC will review all those comments and make a final decision and provide a written response to all comments. Once that final decision is made, that begins a 15-day appeal period. How can you comment? Submit comments by mail or email through November the 5th of 2020 to myself, Justin Kuhn. You can mail those to 2600 Bull Street, Columbia, South Carolina, 29201. You can also email those to my email address, Kuhn, K-O-O-N, JT, at dhec.sc.gov. You can also call me at 803-898-1339 if you have any questions. The application and draft permit can be found at the website scdhac.gov/ArborNature. DHEC contacts. In the central office, we have my team member, Tim Eliezer. His telephone number is 803-898-1374. The local office, Renita Tootin, will be the regional inspector for this facility, and she can be reached at 843-846-1030. This concludes the presentation that has been prepared for the public hearing. The presentation will be included in the transcript for the public hearing. Thank you.